I used to play the Fort Pierce song all the time, and all the old timers around there was like, "Do you know the Port St. Lucie song?" True story. I'm like, "I don't know the Port St. Lucie song." Lost in Port St. Lucie. I looked for it online. I couldn't really find much about it, and then long story short, I asked my dad about it, and he's like, "Yeah, Mike Denne did that song. I got that tape." He had a CD of it. My dad loves local music.
Aww.
Mike Denne was a guy that played. He lived in Cobb's Landing on a boat. I'm not trying to make it too long, but he lived on a boat out there, and he used to play at Cobb's Landing back in the late '90s and played original Tiki, all those bars around there. And then one day in like 2000 or whatever, he sailed on his boat and sailed away. He's an older guy, and I heard he's still alive. He's up in Tennessee area.
Oh my God, he's the jolly man.
Long story short, no, this song was pretty epic. They actually used to play it on the Love Doctors, this song.
Oh, I bet.
So they used to play this song on the Love Doctors. I think that's one of them. But he used to come, Mike Denne, Denne. Look him up, folks. I'm not stealing this song.
I'm going to look it up.
I'm going to
look it up.
It was funny because the song was on the Jetty Bar jukebox. So it was on the jukebox when jukeboxes were big.
Unbelievable.
And, the jukeboxes are all regulated by ASCAP and BMI and all them. Mm-hmm. So every year he would get a check for like 40 cents for all the plays of the song. He would bring it around and show everybody that he made 40 cents off this Lost in Port St. Lucie song.
Awesome.
But all the locals loved it, kind of like they liked the stupid Fort Pierce song. And but everybody kept asking me to play a Port St. Lucie song, and my dad had a copy of it. Ken Presage, you'll probably watch this one day because he's still out there. He's quarantining himself good.
Good for him.
He won't even talk to me. He won't even talk to me on the phone. He's so worried about me.
It's coming through the phone lines.
Oh my God!
But Ken Presage will watch this, and he gave me the CD. This one's called "Lost in Port St. Lucie." It's written by a Fort Pierce, Florida man who lived on a boat, and he didn't make enough money playing music at night like us, and he had to deliver packages during the day for a day job. True story.
This is amazing.
Wow.
No, this is a true story.
Yeah.
This is true. Probably don't need much reverb on this one either. It's not much of a good singer song as a story song. Well, I headed off for the island over the river. I had this package that I had to deliver somewhere south around Oroso Boulevard. The weather was hot as Madonna, but my tank was full. The tourists were gone. That was cool, and I headed south on route US 1. And I tell you, I was leery about this guy named Brucey. Wrote down directions down to Port St. Lucie, scribbled on lipstick on a Southern Exposure business card. It was a right on Rio something, a left on Prima Vesta. I got lost somewhere around Floresta. Them directions flew out the window, and I got scared. 'Cause I've been lost Port St. Lucie before. And I swore I wouldn't go down to that town no more. Well, I can't tell if I'm headed east or west. Shit, I wish my old phone had a GPS, 'cause I'm lost in Port St. Lucie again. Now without those directions, I was SOL. That package on the seat had a funny smell, like an Avon perfume my second grade teacher used to wear. And I'll tell you, I was anything but infatuated. I peeped in the package and it self-inflated. There was this blow-up doll named Suitcase Susie sitting next to me. Man, she was buck naked. Her mouth was all round. Right about that time, I heard a siren sound. I'll be damned if the police weren't there on my tail. And that cop that pulled me over, yeah, he looked real fierce. He said, "Son, you and your girlfriend are lost. You're definitely from Fort Pierce." And I said, "Yes, sir. Please just get me back to US 1, sir. Because I am lost. Port St. Lucie once more. Officer, you get me back to US 1 North. I won't come down here no more. Because I'm lost in Port St. Lucie again." This is the last verse. This is a true story now. I'll tell you what. Well, that cop that let me go, I hightailed it back to Jetty Bar, drugged old Suitcase Susie out of the car. I put her on the bar stool next to me and ordered up a beer. And I could tell I was back in the Sunrise City. This guy walked up and said, "Man, your girlfriend's pretty." He grabbed the old suitcase Susie, headed out to his truck. So bless St. Lucie. Bless St. Lucie West. Bless that dyslexic engineer who designed that whole damn mess. Bless Suitcase Susie wherever she may be. Bless your ass if you're ever lost in St. Lucie. Lost in Port St. Lucie again by request. Hold on.
Oh, that's great.
That was amazing.
No, it wasn't.
Love it.